Hey guys, let's talk budget. If you're donating to this production, you'll want to know where your money's going and what we're doing with it. So, I've got some numbers, and I'm going to run you through them. Obviously, this is just a budget, an estimate of what we're going to spend. If we raise more than what we actually spend, the rest of it will be donated to Lung Foundation Australia, an organisation promoting lung health and researching lung conditions and lung cancer. So, let's start off with what I consider one of the most important parts of a set, the food and the water. Without it, we don't survive. It's a human need, it's a human right. We have to feed and provide water for our cast and our crew on set. That is $1,600, a large portion of the budget. For 10 shooting days, it's a fair bit of food that we need. Then we get into production costs. First off the bat there, insurance. We have to insure ourselves and the general public around us in the unlikely event of an accident. But I promise you, we're doing everything we can to make sure that an accident doesn't happen. We're getting risk assessments done, and on set we'll have people dedicated to safety. Then we've got fuel. Because the cast and crew of this production are doing it out of the good of their hearts, we don't want them to have to pay anything to be involved. And so we're reimbursing them for the cost of fuel that they use driving to and from set. That one, with the cost of fuel at the moment, is $1,000+. It's a fair bit, but if you give us a little bit, you could get one crew member to and from set for a day of the shoot. Then we've got printing and miscellaneous costs. This is stuff like printing the scripts, or the shot lists, or buying the AAA batteries for our handheld radios. Things that are small but necessary to keep the set running. That's why every little bit helps. If you give $5, you've just powered a handheld radio for the whole day. If not, 2 days on set. So every little bit really does help. When you break it down, there's essential things that don't cost much, but they do add up to this big entire budget. Then we get on to equipment costs. On the interior days when we're shooting inside, we'll be hiring out a light each day. And we'll need some sandbags to hold down the light stands so that once again, no one gets injured, because we don't want that happening. So that equipment total is $1,000 for the whole shoot. That's about 4 or 5 days of lighting hire. Then we have props and set. This is stuff like the bookcase you see behind me, the pen that I'm holding. All of that, it has to be brought in by our property master and our set dresser to make it look like a real world. Because otherwise, no one's going to think about what's happening in the film because they're going to be too focused on all of those errors, like if I held up a different pen here. And then you're going to be focused on that rather than the message of the film, thinking about how not to take life for granted and how to appreciate the everyday things. Then we've got distribution. This is once again getting the message out there. We're asking for $1,000 to give screenings of the film, to which some of you will have the opportunity to be invited. The rewards of some of the tiers of donation are tickets to these screenings, and then also to enter the film into festivals, to get it out into the wider world, and promote these conversations about appreciating the normal things in everyday life. So in total, that's around $7,000 that we are asking for. It sounds like a lot, but if everyone who watches this video gives a small bit, we'll get there easily. It just takes a team, and you are part of that team. So I'm asking you, please, help us out. Help us make an impact, and let's make 3 weeks happen.